Everyone, welcome back to a new episode. Thanks POV, I didn't hear from Jungkook until late that evening. The day had been quiet and work kept me busy there, but the bouquet of flowers on the desk was content reminder of him. Every time I look at it, I felt a mix of frustration and something softer I couldn't quite name. When Jungkook came home, I stayed quiet. I greeted him like usual, pretending not to notice how his eyes followed me. Dinner was normal, but I could feel his gaze on me. As I moved around, I ignored it, determined mind not to let him see how much he affected me. Later, as I got onto bed, my phone buzzed. Jungkook, are you still upset with me? I sighed and typed back, Taehyung, not anymore, he replied. Come quickly, Jungkook, so Taehyung, let's just act normal for now. Stop texting me. As a few minutes passed and I thought he would listen, but then my phone buzzed again. Jungkook, I missed you. My heart skipped a beat. He always knew how to get to me. Taehyung, you saw me at dinner. I work here. How can you miss me? Jungkook, I just want to be near you. I sighed and typed back. Taehyung, no, it's enough. And that genuine news. I don't want anyone else find out. Jungkook, that was an accident. It wouldn't happen again. Taehyung, that's what you said yesterday, and look what happened. I saw the typing indicator pop up again and gone. Don't even think about coming to my room tonight. I'm not letting you in. Jungkook. Taehyung, good night, Jungkook. I'm turning my phone on silent. Days turned into week and winter faded into spring. The snow melted and the ground bloomed and the air smelled fresh. Jungkook and I settled onto the routine with clear rules when to meet, how to act and what not to cross. But he always tested those boundaries. Sometimes I gave in, other times I threatened to end things if he didn't stop. The truth was, I was starting to enjoy these moments, even if they were fleeting. Some mornings I woke up feeling empty without him nearby. The way he was becoming a habit I couldn't break, even if I wanted to. One night, Jungkook lay beside me, tracking circles on my shoulder. Jungkook, it doesn't have to be like this. It does. If we are not careful, we will get catch. His hand paused, and I felt his frustration in silence. Jungkook, I hate hiding. Didn't answer. I didn't answer. There was nothing I could say that he hadn't heard before. For Jungkook, boundaries are obstacles to be challenged. For me, they are necessary to keep. Then one afternoon, I was planting leaves when my phone buzzed. I expected it to be Jungkook, but it was Denim. Hey, Taehyung, just confirming, are you still free tomorrow? I replied quickly, yes, I will be there. A moment later, he sent a funny meme and I laughed. Jungkook, what's with this smile? I looked up, startled. Jungkook stood a few feet away, his style loosed and his expression soft. Taehyung, I saw something funny. I slipped my phone into my pocket, knowing how he got. Jungkook denim, he said, like the name itself was a problem. He is not just your friend, Taehyung. I have seen how he looks at you, Taehyung. You are being ridiculous. He is just a friend, Jungkook. Not yet, but he will be more. Trust me, I know his type, Taehyung. You don't even know him, Jungkook. I know enough, and I don't like this. Why does it have to be just you two? Taehyung, it's not your decision, Jungkook. I already said yes. Jungkook, then I'm coming with you. Taehyung, no. Up my hands in frustration. Taehyung, you are being unreasonable. Denim is My friend, that's it. Jungkook stepped it closer, his voice low and intense. Jungkook, that this isn't about being unreasonable, it's about knowing what someone like him wants because I have seen in his shoes. I opened my mouth to argue, but stop it. He seems too sure. Jungkook, fine, but if he tries anything, you text me right away. Taehyung, nothing going to happen. Jungkook, if he does, I will handle it. As he walked away, I dropped and rolled into the stall, wondering if he was right. Was I being naive, or were his insecurities clouding his judgment? Time would tell, but I couldn't shake the thought. What if he is right? I took a taxi to meet Denim. Jungkook had argued earlier, insisting Denim had motive, but I refused his ride. His consistent jealousy later felt suffocating today. I wasn't in explosive repeat love stories any day. The movie was denim teasing 0 point. Come on, let me fix yours. Stand. He adjusted my arm gently. My phone buzzed. Jungkook again. Jungkook called through his phone. He is touching you on purpose. Taehyung, he's saying, are you following us? Stop this. Jungkook, low threatening. Tell him to back off or I will. I hang up, heart racing. Denim, concern, everything okay? Taehyung, forcing a smile. Just someone overreacting. Burgers reminiscing about college days. Taehyung, remember those gross tacos? I still can't believe we survived. Taehyung laughed. You were stubborn and broke. Denim to survive adulthood, glances, clenching laser tag, turning competitive. Denim yelling, cover me. Taehyung gone. You got me eliminated by nightfall. Denim offered me a ride on his bike. The wind whimpered past us, cold. Of leaving me stunned at my chest as how would I face Jungkook now? The guilt felt heavy, but so did the confusion. Why hadn't I listened? Jungkook inside the manor loomed dark. Jungkook waited at the door. Jungkook was trembling. You are late, Taehyung. We need to talk, but the voice stuck in my throat. The about to kiss replayed in my mind. I mistake a moment, or something deeper, and Jungkook's eyes, unusual for now, looked broken. I stepped into my room, exhausted, my mind. Taehyung, why are you here? Jungkook, welcome back. He stood and pulled me into a hug. I froze, my heart racing. Did he know? Jungkook, how was your day? Taehyung, it was fine. He pulled back, his eyes searching mine. Jungkook, you don't sound fine. I thought you had fun. Taehyung, avoiding gaze. Yeah. Denim's birthday was nice. I brushed my face in his chest. Guilt growing at me. Taehyung, I am just tired, that's all. He brushed his hand lightly against my back. I should have been angry. I had been stalking He had been stalking me earlier, but the guilt was heavier. Denim was about to kiss me, and I hadn't believed Jungkook, I will let you rest. See you in the morning. Taehyung quietly. Good night, Jungkook. As he left, I stared at the closed door. My stomach twisting. I hadn't planned that, but hiding it felt wrong. tried to push the about the case out of my mind, but when he came home that evening, something felt off. Taehyung nervously laughed at work. He didn't answer. His jaw clenched tightly. He walked past me, his movements sharp and tense. Dinner was quiet. Later, I texted him, "Everything okay, Jungkook?" "Yes." "You seem upset." "Jungkook, I'm not." "Taehyung, are you sure?" "Jungkook, why wouldn't I be?" His crapit replied made me anxious. Anxiety speak. Found out that night. I found him in the gym, shirtless and drenched in sweat, punching the bag with brutal force. His muscles flexed with each strike, and for a moment I just watched him. Taehyung clearing his throat. "Jungkook," he didn't stop. "Taehyung, can we talk?" Finally, he turned to me, his expression icy. "Jungkook, do you have something to share?" "Taehyung, why are you so worked up?" "Jungkook, I don't know. You tell me." My stomach dropped. "Jungkook, I heard an interesting story today from one of our guard." I approached Jungkook. "He mentioned seeing you kissing someone at the gate last night." My heart raced. Of course, the guard had seen it. "Jungkook, he didn't even know why had you had a boyfriend." Imagine his surprise. I tried to speak, but my mind went blank. "Jungkook, why didn't you tell me you had all day?" Instant, you acted like nothing happened. I didn't think it mattered. Jungkook laughed bitterly. "Jungkook, didn't matter. Are you kidding me?" It wasn't that what it looked like. Damien kissed me, but I didn't. Jungkook cut me off. "You didn't what? Push him away fast enough?" "What, Taehyung?" I swelled hard, feeling cornered. "Taehyung," I was shocked. I didn't know how to. "Jungkook, stop. You could have told me the truth, but you didn't. You chose to hide it." I reached for him, that he stopped me. "Taehyung, Jungkook, it didn't happen." Jungkook coldly, "I can't even look at you right now. I warned you about Danny and you ignored me. Now this." "Taehyung, I can explain." I gripped Jungkook, "I need to cool off. I feel like I'm losing my mind thinking about what else you haven't told me." Before I could respond, he grabbed his towel and stormed out, leaving me standing there, guilt and heavily on my chest. This wasn't how I would wanted the night to go. Now I wasn't sure how to fix it or if I even could. Taehyung's thoughts were a mess. Jungkook was mad at him and it was driving him crazy. He couldn't focus on anything else. The guilt weighed heavy in his chest, and all he could think about was making things right before the day ended. But how? Every time he tried to come up with a way to plus, his mind kept going back to the gym. Jungkook's strong punches, his tense jaw, his arm flexing, and he trained. They could almost feel the strength in them pulling him close. His thought alone made his heart race. Pacing around the room, Taehyung replayed everything that had happened between them, and then suddenly an idea came to him. A few minutes later, he found himself standing outside Jungkook's room. The manor was quiet, his heart pounding in his chest as he pushed the door open. Jungkook was sitting on the bed watching the news. When he saw Taehyung, his jaw tightened, but he didn't say anything right away. The tension in the air was thick. "Jungkook, what are you doing here?" His voice was sharp, but why not as angry as Taehyung had expected. Taehyung stepped inside and softly closed the door before locking it. The sound made Jungkook's eyes narrow. "Jungkook, you are not supposed to be in here." His tone was annoyed but curious. Ignoring his words, Taehyung walked towards him. Jungkook watched him closely, brows frowning. Taking a deep breath, Taehyung climbed onto the bed and sat on his lap, facing him. Jungkook's body stiffened. his hand clenching into fist as if he was trying to control himself. Jungkook, Taehyung. His voice was low, a warning. What are you doing, Taehyung? I'm sorry. Jungkook's jaw tightened, but he didn't pull away when Taehyung pressed a soft kiss on his cheek, then trailed down to neck. Jungkook, damn it. Taehyung, I'm still mad at you. His voice was rough, but he didn't push him away. Taehyung cupped Jungkook's face, forcing him to look at him. Taehyung, tell me to stop, and I will. His voice was soft, filling with sincerity. Jungkook didn't say a word. His voice flickered with something unreadable. His gaze dropped to Taehyung's lips. He didn't stop him, taking his silence as permission. Taehyung kissed him. At first, Jungkook didn't respond, but then he kissed him back, strong and determined. His hand finally moved, gripping Taehyung's waist tightly. Jungkook, is this your way of apologizing? He asked, breaking the kiss but keeping him close, his forehead resting against Taehyung's. Taehyung, if it helps calm you down, then yes. He was out of breath, but I mean it, Jungkook, I messed up. Jungkook studied him for a long moment, his expression softening slightly. Jungkook, I am going to need more than that. His voice was low, no longer filled with anger. Taehyung, you're right, he nodded. I should have told you about what happened to Big Kiss. I promised to be honest and I broke that. I'm not here to make you forgive me easily because the truth is I'm selfish, Jungkook, and right now I want you to believe me. He pressed his cheeks against Jungkook's. His voice barely a whisper. Taehyung, I need you to believe me. Jungkook grip on his waist tightened, his eyes burning with emotion. Jungkook, you're not playing fair. His what do you want me to do? He barely manages to say the words. Jungkook leaned close, his breath warm against Taehyung's ear. Jungkook, tell me everything. What else did he do? Taehyung, nothing. He shook his head firmly. I pushed him away. Jungkook, did he tell you he likes you? Taehyung, no, but I think he does. Jungkook voice dropped lower, filled with something possessive. Jungkook, did you wanted the kiss to happen? Taehyung, no. His answer was immediate. His voice steady. The only is that the truth. His face was inches from Taehyung's, searching for any sign of light. Hey, yes, he breathed, it's the truth. Jungkook grinned, his face brushing over Taehyung's lips. Taehyung, these lips belongs to me. His voice was firm. I can't believe if he was about to touch them first. He leaned down and kissed Taehyung again, French and full of emotion, as if erasing any trace of something else. Jungkook, you know what pissed me off most? He murmured against his lips. When the guard called him your boyfriend, Jungkook's grip on his shoulder tightened. I never had a chance to call you mine in public, but he got tagged as your boyfriend with just one failed kiss. He is not wrong. A small smirk tugged on his lips. Jungkook froze slightly. Jungkook, what? Taehyung, he is my boy, his best friend. He teased. He has the space you don't. For the first time, Jungkook's expression softened. He let out a quiet clench, a small smirk forming on his lips. Taehyung, I am your what? Taehyung swelled, suddenly sighed. Taehyung, my boyfriend. Jungkook smirked within his gaze intense. Jungkook with that he leaned closer. I'm your what? Taehyung, my boyfriend. He said it again, his cheeks heating. Jungkook's arm tightened around him. Jungkook, you don't know how much I have wanted to hear that. He pulled Taehyung into his embrace, resting his chin on his shoulder. Jungkook, just don't make me mad again. His voice was soft and now filled with quiet affection. Taehyung evident. He closed his eyes, finally feeling at peace. The anger was gone. The only warmth remained. To be continued. So they are boyfriends now. Not much left in this story. In the next episode, it is gonna be revealed in front of Jungkook's father and mother. So, what is gonna be their reaction? Comment it down. See you again. Bye bye.